Alright, let's see. Alright, divide the 2 and carry over the 25. That will give me the projectile projection of 9,822 miles per second, or 528.25 meters squared times the fifth element, which would be divided by the mathematical equation of the formula pi times the square root of infinity. Okay, alright. Needs hot rod red, definitely. Oh! Hey guys, what's up? Battleball here. Don't mind that. That was actually just a side project I've been working on the last week on. It's getting pretty awesome, pretty badass, not gonna lie. But, yeah, so I actually need a break because I'm hungry and I need some root beer. So, while I take my break, how about I review a Bad Iron Man 3 toy? How's that sound? Awesome. Play the awesome theme song. What up, YouTube? Battleballer here with a brand new video review. And this is the Iron Man 3 suitcase armor. I know exactly what you're thinking. This isn't the suitcase armor. But Hasbro's consistent middle finger in our face says it is. These guys get more and more lazy. I'm amazed that they can even make toys at this opinion. At this point, I am shocked that they can make toys. That is my opinion. But take a look at the packaging. Packaging is standard $5 Iron Man 3 figure packaging. It's very nice. I really do like the A in the background. Very nice with the Iron Man Mach 42 armor here, along with the other armors there. And then on the back we have little advertisements for like the little role-playing weapons and a little dart thing. We have the suitcase armor. And then we have the description and bio here. Picture right here so you can see it. It's nothing too spectacular. It's just collapsible to a fraction of its functional size and stuff. Like, it's nothing too spectacular. It's basically a rip-off of the suitcase armor. But, yeah, so you can read that right there. Now, the reason this is called the suitcase armor is because this is based off an Iron Man 2 figure that was a repaint of the suitcase armor. Why couldn't they just call this, like, the drill armor or the gamma armor? Actually, that would have been cool. But no, they call it the suitcase armor. But I've dubbed the drill armor, or as I like to call it, the turd armor. Because look at that color. That's like a poopy yellow color. Like Simpson poop. Whatever. Stay. So, yeah. It's a cheap figure of an Iron Man 2 figure that was a repaint of the suitcase armor. And that makes it the suitcase armor. Seriously, that's just really lazy naming. But, yeah. So, I actually don't have the figure this one's based off. It's, I believe, called a gamma armor, or maybe even a radioactive armor. I'm not sure which one, but I do not have it, unfortunately. I do have the Mach 5 armor, and I would have brought it out for comparison, but it's a little buried between some figures, and comparing it to this thing would be like an insult, because that's a really good toy. And this is a really bad toy. It only has 2 redeeming qualities. And we'll actually put those aside and talk about the figure. So, yeah, detailing on this figure is basically a cheap version of the Mach 5 armor. Nothing really spectacular or out there. I mean, if you have that figure, which is a phenomenal figure, I really recommend getting that one, then definitely you know what to expect. I mean, it's just, like, very basic. Paint is very basic too. I mean, just on the arms, the shoulder, a little bit on the back, surprisingly, consisting with the underwear portion, and then this part, which is surprising. But we do got some spots on the chest, a little bit in the head, and it does break up on the mouth line a little bit on mine. And then on the shins and the underwear. So yeah, even Iron Man has to have the underwear on the outside like most superheroes do. So, articulation on this guy is nothing to write home about. The ball joint really isn't that well done. I mean, one thing articulation-wise that I have been saying about the Iron Man 3 figures was that they fixed the ball joint so they can look up then instead of just left and right. They look up and down. This one definitely looks down, but not very much up, and I find I actually find the figure looking down a little bit, which is unfortunate. But he does look left and right fine. The arms swivel all the way. Since they're the cheap figures, they don't go out and they don't come off. The only thing that comes off is the head. And even then, I believe they are slightly different ball joint size, so they may not even fit on the heads. But I believe I'm wrong on that. But again, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. If I'm right or wrong, I'll probably put an annotation or something. The legs are really bad because you can't really get them up. And the first couple times I did this, I started noticing, I started hearing a squeak, which maybe you can hear now. But I noticed that as I was doing it, it was starting to leave a mark right there, which is really bad because that's damaging the toy. It's not like my joints are too tight or anything, but it's just a poor design. It can't be helped. Kind of like the like some of the Iron Man 3, like the Iron Man figures that actually have like the little circle here and they can't move out. That's not a joint problem. That's actually a design problem. I know a couple Marvel Universe figures and even some Iron Man 2 figures do that. But yeah. Speaking of which, the legs can't move back because again, the way it's designed. And speaking of the legs, it's really weird with this figure because he can't stand on he can't stand on the flat of his legs, which is really weird because when you do so, if I can tilt the camera so you can see that when he's flat on this leg is almost too short or angled in a way so that he only touches his toes instead of the back. And when you have him here, flat-footed here, you can see that he's very off balance. His heel is the only thing touching the ground, and he falls back. So he's just stuck in this pose, which is very weird because I suppose it's kind of like he's running, but you can't move his leg back so that he looks like he's running, which is very strange. Also strange is his arm mold. This one's okay because it's a repulsor blast, which is okay. I hate when they do like stuck him in that pose, or like they pose the figure with the elbow bent and stuff. Like I hate that so much. Or he has like a molded gun accessory in his hand. I just really hate that. But this is okay. I would have preferred there was a joint in there, but then again, this is Iron Man 3. Having a joint in the wrist is too much to ask for. Heck, having a joint in the elbow is too much to ask for in this line. The other thing is the arm. The arm's very weird. It's molded with the fist up like this, kind of like he's trying to be Spider-Man, but he forgot to do this. And then it's bent slightly, but it's not just bent upwards, it's also bent this way at a weird angle. So it's not like he's uppercutting something. It's more like he's kind of like, "You pesky old kids, get off my lawn. Don't you touch my lawn. I'll get my cane and kick your ass. I'm old and grumpy. I'm an old grumpy man." Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, really weird. So, yeah, this figure is really bad. And again, the paint scheme on this thing is really weird. It's definitely molded in this really, like a Simpson poo kind of color. I mean, like, it's very dull. Very, very dull, yellowish color. I really don't like it. The original one had almost a vibrant color, like almost like a vibrant green. It looked very nice. With this, it just looks really pooey. Very yellowy pooey. Yeah. Now, this thing does actually have some redeeming features. For example, these two accessories are really well done and very nice accessories. We'll start with the drill. It is a little disappointing that they are molded in different colors. I would have preferred they were both molded in either the same color or this was molded in the blue, because the blue arc reactor color in this looks very nice. Speak of which, this is clear plastic, so over time, this will definitely start to crack and break with stress, which is unfortunate because it's a really nice accessory. It's also very hollow, just so you know. Yeah, it's an energy drill, has some really nice sculpting detail and molding on it. It looks really nice and really cool. It clips onto the arm as such. You can clip it onto any other arm you wish, so you can clip it on this one, or you can clip it on this one. It really doesn't matter. I believe this will work with some of the other figures. I have not tried it yet, but I would be shocked if it didn't. This may actually still work for some Iron Man 2 figures, I believe, and maybe some Marvel Universe figures, which would be kind of cool. The only downside is that bigger figures like the Iron Man 2 Hulkbuster armor and the Igor and Red Claw armor won't work with this because they're too big. It's really nice. One thing I like is they both have peg holes on them, which is really freaking cool. So you can actually take your other accessories and plug them on. In fact, this actually has a little peg right here, so since I have this other one, I can peg it into place like there, which is really cool. I really like that feature. This one, very nice. It's a really cool blade design. It looks really cool. Again, hole located here, hole located there. Would have kind of liked it on top, but that would be kind of asking a lot. And yes, you can kind of combine it if you want. You can get it. Like, that work? Or... There we go. Nope. There we go. And then kind of get like a plug and then plug it onto something. Or just clip it on like that. Like, that looks really cool. I really like these accessories. And yeah, this is definitely a pass. Only completists like me, or if you just incredibly are in love with these incredibly amazing and awesome accessories and you think they're the coolest thing in the world. They're not the coolest accessory in the world, but they're really awesome accessories for a crappy figure, and I really like them. So yeah, those are the only reasons to get them. I'm a completist, so I really wanted to get this one. And yeah, so those are my thoughts on the Iron Man 2 suitcase armor. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know what you guys think of the figure down below, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Till then, adios.